And welcome everybody to another episode of Enigmatica 6. I'm ZeoFate, and well, today we're going to get on our sorting system. Now, I wanted to test bits and pieces initially, so I did a little bit of prep work, but the only thing I've really made that I didn't make previous episode was some extra pipes, and went through and got a bunch of the different drawers we're going to need. And made a quantifying key, which to make this is just a book and quill, which is a book, which we got as a reward last episode, some ink sacs from the squids outside, and some feathers, which, well, I had a couple of feathers kicking around, so that was no real big deal. And last episode, we had a question as to whether this crafting terminal was like an auto crafter or basically a crafting table style setup. And the answer is it's both. See, what I can do is I can request a certain amount of stone or whatever. Oh, I guess because it's already got an object in the pipe. Yeah, guess I got to select the item up here. You hit request, and it'll send the stone. Yeah, problem one I discovered. It is slow. Really, really slow. To the point where, yeah, this thing, it takes power to speed everything up. Yeah, I don't care. I want the speed. So we're going to set to hooking that up pretty quickly. As soon as I can find some power cables. Did I put them in my bag? Yes, I did. So let me just quickly get this hooked up, and then we can go from there. Downside to this thing, it's really fast. Upside to this thing, it's really fast. There we go. So we'll just chuck that there. We'll grab our power leads and we'll lead it along. Yeah, that's close enough. Put down our pipe pressurizer, which is now filling up with energy. And I think we should just be able to do that. And should hopefully speed this up a little bit. I don't know. So let's request one. And see how long it takes to get here. About 3 seconds. That's actually not too bad. And sending it away. Could be faster, but overall that's not too terrible speed. It's certainly faster than going over there and trying to get it myself. The worst case scenario is I can simply turn around and request a bunch of stuff, go off, do something else, then come back. So, as far as this is concerned, come on, give me the pipe. As far as the crafting terminal thing is concerned, I'm actually going to not have it here. I'm actually going to turn around and just have it living in the floor. So chuck that there, because that way I've still got access to it. And I can request materials. Because that leaves it so that I can still build out up here without having this just directly in the middle of everything. Even though I kind of want it in the middle of everything, because that way its access is kind of easy from each direction. So what I did is I've got a T-junction here, which is going to come up here. Now I'm thinking this, at least right now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to put that diamond chest we have here, and I'm going to use it as a dump chest, whereas I come in, back from whatever we're doing, over here, dump everything, and let the system sort it out, and it's going to come into, hopefully most of it's going to come into here. I haven't got anything on the pipes just yet. It's just literally was just a real quick basic setup. Now, one of the things I did is just a little bit of testing with stone. Now, like I was saying, this drawer controller can control up to 12 blocks away. So, like, I can get that, but it's got to be connected. I've got a bunch of just trim here because, well, this room's going to get full of these things really quick. And you can just use the controller to lock, unlock, quantify, and everything else like this of all the ones over here. So it's a neat little trick. Now, I put this, it's not quite center of the room, but I'm not really going to need access to the full back here. So I set it so that I've got 12 blocks to here, and now I can go, and 12 blocks will get me to roughly around here, back here, and the same on the other side, so I've got the ability to get down here. And I can fill this entire section with drawers. Now, am I going to do that right away? No. I'm actually going to be slowly filling this thing up as I go along, finding new materials to work with, because once these things are buried, well, it's going to be a pain to try to go and upgrade them. So I kind of want to get them set up, then upgrade the ones I know I'm going to want to upgrade and get void upgrades on the rest, just so they can just, well, void all the junk. But that's where we are right now. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, and a lot of our ores and the like are going to start getting placed in place. 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's about right. I'm going to have one on the side to work with, which is fine. And I just thought of a problem. And I'm betting you guys, my viewers, already know what that problem is. And in case you don't, it's, well, I gotta get light back there. Because I'm going to be blocking off a couple areas, so they're not going to be able to... they're going to be dark. And, well, darkness equals mobs, which equals bad times. Especially in your base. So to solve that, because you can already, I'm betting you can already see where the mobs are going to start spawning in. And it's mainly going to be these three perpetrators right here. Those things not going to be an issue, because as I fill it in and, oh, it stops casting the light on the ground. Well, the ground's already going to be kind of blocked by the drawers themselves, so shouldn't be too big an issue there. But that being said, let's get the rest of these in place. Still need 3 more. I've already had just a bunch of smooth stone running through here just because I've been, well, making a bunch of those. So, where are my pistons? Could have sworn I had more pistons. You chuck them in here. think I went through them all. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not exactly organized. That's actually the reason for this episode. Yeah, I guess I went through them all. Okay. So, I can make some more later. Let's just do pistons, a piece of iron, and that's about it. So that's no real big issue. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start laying out what we're going to have stored back there. So to that end, we got coal, we got redstone. Gonna want cinnabar, anthracite. Okay, and we'll get the bitumen. We already got coal, diamond, and emerald, definitely. Fluorite. Basically, right now I'm going to go through all the quote-unquote gems, dusts. Get them in there. Should be all the gems and dusts from in here. Let's clear out my bar. We'll get our 2 keys set up here. Those are now locked, which you could kind of see in the background, and then we'll hit that so they can display. So we can get that in place, that in place, that in place. Now this gem, I don't know if it actually, yes it does block, but if it doesn't block, simply unlock it, remove the item, we'll clear it, but don't forget to relock it. The reason why you want to lock it is because if you take out all the items, it still shows what was in there, and it won't let anything else go in there but what was in there. So if you use the last of an item, you don't have to worry about your system breaking because it doesn't know what to do. So by getting that stuff in there, I should be able to, let's grab you, we'll grab all this stuff, because now all the blocked and unblocked versions of this stuff should now register. And let's just chuck that in there temporarily, just so we can grab the rest of this stuff. Because it registers, I should be able to just do this. Well, you see it's not sending that. It's because it doesn't know where it goes. Now, you can JEI Synchronized Search, which is what I've done. So if you type in coal, it's going to show up both the coal and the number of blocks. And it's going to show up both conversions because it considers both of them there, even though I only got, well, that one single amount. And it'll also come over here into JEI and, well, show us what's over here. The ascending, descending is just shows you whether you got the highest number you got versus lowest. And, well, order by name or mod, it's just the order by. I wanted it ordered by amount and descending. Ooh, block of fluorite's not going. I am going to have to figure that one out. Let's go take a look, see what the problem is. The problem is I didn't install one. So let's do that, and then we'll go test it. And there, it's sent off. Just clear that out. Everything's getting sent. Nice. And I wonder if I request those 6 and that 1, theoretically there should no longer be any back there. So I'm wondering if the system will acknowledge the lock or not, which it looks like it does, which is good. Just make sure those show up. Yeah, they do. Good. So now it's well, basically it's going to be the start of all this stuff. But I'm not going to do it through that. That's just going to take forever. I might actually do it that way. I don't know. Let's see. Let's grab our brimstone. Let's actually go grab the rest of the chests that we were doing. I want the 1x1 drawers. There we go. All these sort of things, the building blocks, I'm basically going to give their own drawer. Bricks, actually in snowballs, I'm probably going to put in packing drawers because it'll save room. So, yeah. And I should probably patch those holes while I'm thinking about it. Okay. So for snowball and a brick, we'll check that there and that there. The cool part about this is you can grab bricks, and as I was telling you last time, is you can grab your bricks, and even if you break a brick, a brick block, well, you only get the brick block black. Oh, I cannot talk. You won't get any, just the single bricks, but you can chuck them in here and get the single bricks. So that's useful. So let's break that one because we don't need it. There's the 1x1. We'll get that there. Chuck those in there. Quantifier key, which labels the small amount on the bottom. And lock it. That's the cool part about the quantifier key, is that's how you get the numbers, because without it, they disappear. So if you want to see how many you've got, have it active. Now I'm going to shut these off at the end, simply because, well, they're going to get buried. They're not going to be seen, so why worry about it? Okay, so for snowballs, we can grab all them. Grab the bricks. Ooh, and I think I see some nether brick. So we'll grab that too, as well as those nether bricks. Now that got rid of the snow. We'll chuck those bricks in there at the same time. Now one of the tests I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck the nether bricks in there. And we'll come over here and we'll just, well, we'll chuck that brick there. Now let's see if that updates properly. Because, yeah, I got 4 bricks. Got 16. Yeah, and there it updated. And properly. Nice. So that's just a trick to save, well, some space. Now for ingots, which I got processing over here, as you can tell, I'm just going to quickly grab a bunch of these ingots. I'm going to leave the blocks and the nuggets. Now, steel I don't normally give one because I usually will just craft it as needed. So we'll put that off to the side. We'll put our tin in. And if you double click, it'll automatically put all the ones you've got in it. And there we go. And I'll whip back down here. Grab all this stuff. And I know I've got 2 alloys in here that are not going to be accepted. Oh, I must have used it all. But Electrum. We made the Electrum last episode, same with the Invar, but it doesn't have storage back there to go. It can go to. We'll deal with these a little bit later. But that's basically all we're going to be doing, is going through this stuff and plotting out everything we need. Let's get Jasper, Magma Block, Netherrack, Obsidian. It's the 1x1s. We'll get those stacked over there. Terracotta, which I'm going to be using a lot, so yeah, we'll put in there. Brimstone, I think I already put in there. Soul Sand's a good one. Let's check. Yep, that Brimstone's already in there. We want Soul Sand, definitely. Soul Soil. And there's some more nether brick. Gonna want marble. Oh, more lapis in there that I forgot about. That's going to be one of the other major advantages to this system is you forget about stuff like, oh, I put obsidian there or lapis there. It's going to condense everything. So you're not going to have to be going all over the place trying to find it all the time. It's going to be right there. So let's get back here and we'll get the rest of these in place. It's going to go to about there. You know what? We'll take over those 2 locations too. No reason to leave them empty. Ran out. Oh. So we'll get a Scorcher there. Whatever that is. Nether brick we've already done at least once. So we'll get our cobblestone, which I need 2 upgrades for that. Can grab that tier upgrade that I had. And I think I made a void upgrade. But I'm not 100% certain I did. Well, we'll just make another. It's not like I don't have the obsidian. That's where we'll test over here, see whether or not I can craft with this section. Yep. Okay, that's good. so these upgrades, these drawers can hold a max of 64 stacks. Yeah, it's like a max of 64 stacks. You can add upgrades all you want in here. The beauty of these upgrades is it's not a, oh, you need to put a tier 1 in, tier 2, then a tier 3, then a tier 4. It's, you can just fill it up with tier 5s if you want, and the effect stacks. So you can get a ludicrous amount of storage back in even one of these blocks. Get terracotta there. Come to think of it, I need a spot for clay. Now, I'm not too worried about organization back here. Do I have any clay on me by any chance? No. And the reason why is because, well, I'm usually not going to be coming over here to grab stuff. They do a little bit of organization, just try to make it look semi-decent, but not too overly concerned. Now, do I have any? Yes, I got some clay right here. Good. And I think the max in a normal drawer is 2056. I'm not 100% certain. I can't remember at the moment. Let's get our clay in place. There we go. And then I'm going to come over here and unlock everything and relock everything. Turn off the quantifiers, I think. Yeah, there we go. So everything's now registering properly. That's good. Now we can empty out a lot of that storage. And I'm running low on food. Downside to those boots letting me run everywhere is, well, I tend to try to run everywhere. Yeah. Let's start clearing out a bunch of this stuff. It's actually not too bad for its send speed. It's just the transportation distance that it's doing it. And if you go too fast, it'll have issues updating. So keep that in mind. Just dump some of this stuff off in here for a little bit. Grab that stuff. I don't think I had anything planned out for any of the rest of this stuff. But we'll find out. Mainly because I don't even know how I got soapstone. Okay, so rich soil and soapstone I don't have a place for. But I honestly don't know how much of that I'm actually going to get, so I'm not too worried. Grab all the marble, limestone, grab the clay, grab those bricks, and the terracotta. Nothing in there. Got more obsidian. And stone I don't have a place for. Yeah, know what? I'm actually going to end up making a bunch of it just so that I've got a place for it. So might as well grab it right now and make a place for it. Because I got enough uses for it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go through and build void upgrades for basically everything on that back wall. But I'm not going to put you guys through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave off here. Finish getting things set up because you basically know the gist of things now at this point. And there's no point in just watching me do it. And next episode will come down to how we're going to set up for it automatically pulling stuff from the dump chest. And you know what? Leave a comment below if you think you can figure out how I'm going to do it. So, till then, this is ZeoFate, signing out.